What is up guys, Jamn here, and today I'm bringing you my 4K Q&A. Well, not really 4K because I'm not quite there yet, but I don't really have another milestone to go off for this one. It's just been a while since I made a Q&A, and they are really fun to make, so I thought I'd make another. And since I joined Red, I have a whole bunch of new subscribers who don't know too much about me, so I figured this is the best way to do it. The gameplay I have is a 100+ kill game on Showtime. I do die a lot, but then again, I'm not here to bring you guys gameplays. I kind of suck at them, so don't criticize me. But jumping right into it, the first question comes from Ropely Knives, and he asks, what is your favorite flavor of Gamma? If you don't drink, what's your favorite beverage? So being completely honest, I have never even tried Gamma, none of the flavors, nothing like that. Not that I don't want to, I just haven't gotten around to purchasing any or any of that. As for my favorite beverage, it would be without question iced tea. I know that's what we call it in Canada. I don't know what the rest of the world calls it. Probably, I think I've heard sweet tea and stuff like that. Basically Nestea, Brisk, all of that fun stuff. The next question comes from WikiAX, and he has, what was the first video game you ever played? That is honestly a really good question. I don't even remember the first video game I played. I've been playing for a long time. Now, I remember the first console that was ever like really mine was the PlayStation 2, and I remember having a lot of racing games like Gran Turismo and Burnout and Need for Speed and all of that. As for what game I played first, I don't know, but I did play a lot of racing games. The next question comes from Aphid, and he asks, if you had to kick one person from xJMx, who would it be? And it would be, without question, Peckerwood. The next question comes from Red Gandhi, and he asks, what do you think of this? Absolutely disgraceful, but I don't know, he's a fanboy, so I can't really say too many bad things about him. For those of you who don't know, that's Jamn. I'll let you go check out his videos on your own time when you are either bored or clinically insane. The next question comes from Jamn, and he asks, why do you fanboy me? Well, considering I'm in Red and you're in Bang, I think the tables have turned, and the real question is, why do you fanboy me? The next question comes from Quack, and he asks, if you're a duck and you eat duck sauce, does that technically mean you're eating your own kind? Well, considering duck sauce isn't really made out of duck, it's not considered that at all. Now, why a duck would be eating duck sauce, I do not know. I don't think they like to eat that, but who knows? The next question comes from Resbo, and he asks, what was your first gamer tag? Now, I don't know how many of you actually knew this, but I started out on PS3. So my first PSN was Jambone242, and then that kind of derives my name right now. As for my first gamer tag, excluding preset gamer tags, it was OJam, because I was so OG. The next question comes from Omaha, and he asks, will you ever consider leaving xJMx? And honestly, I haven't thought about that whatsoever. I don't think I would, considering how much I enjoy being in xJMx and leading xJMx. Everyone in it is amazing, and it is by far the most fun I've had in this whole community. The next question comes from Noble, and he asks, how was your day? Now, ignoring the grammatical error there, my day on April 15th, which would have been Wednesday, was good. I had school, and then I went to floor hockey because I go to a sports school, and then I came home and played COD. Yay. The next question comes from Chris//glitched, and he asks, why don't you fist me daddy? Well, I'm not Jeff. The next question comes from Eric, and he asks what my favorite COD 4 map is. I don't really play COD 4 too much. It would probably be Crash or Vacant. I like Vacant. Next question comes from Abradism, and he asks, did my question make it? Yep. It did. The next question comes from Animus Kahoo. I don't know if I said that at all, but his ad is Kahuna Matata, so I think so. Anyways, he asks, how did you think of the name Jam, and what was your favorite first ever gamer tag? And I said earlier, first ever gamer tag was Jambone242, so I just dropped the Bone 242 part, and then it was just Jam. But then there were a lot of people in the community named Jam already, so I wanted to kind of be my own person and be recognizable and all that, so I added the N. The next question comes from Flask, and he asks, what's your opinion on deep nuts? Ha, got him. Well, no, you didn't get me, because I don't have an opinion on deep nuts. As for that whole scenario, that's just gotta stop in general. Let's just stop it right now. The next question comes from J500, and he asks, what's the best advice you can give to all feeders that will be going for the xJMx RC? And he's referring to the 100k RC, which will be coming out after our 100k team dodge. The best advice I can give would probably be variation. So like not all the same COD, not all the same maps. Like, we all see clips on Raid and Grind and Strike Zone and those maps like that. Try to go for different maps, you know? That's personally what I want to see. As for other things, make sure it's clean. Cleanliness is a good factor to go by. The next question is actually 2 questions asked from 2 different people, but they're generally the same. Shun and Recon Arts asks, why did you start knifing and who are some inspirations, and then biggest inspiration in the COD community. So I started knifing because I wanted to be original. I was in the sniping community at the time and I wanted to go for different clips that no one really has seen before, you know? I actually wasn't aware that there even was a knifing community when I started knifing. I went, I think, over a year before I realized what xJMx was. As for biggest inspirations, that would be Slade. I love his videos and I like the way he runs his channel, and I do my best to follow in his footsteps in that regard. The next question comes from Griffin's Blade, and he asks, any advice on getting known more in the knifing community and making better friends that are higher up in teams? So for making better friends that are higher up, I'd say just support their videos, maybe try to participate in open lobbies when they hold them and stuff like that. As for getting more known in the knifing community, maybe make some episodes, some app clips, upload some series to your personal channel. The next question comes from Wild1017, and he asks, how is your beagle doing? My beagle's doing great. It's actually her birthday coming up, I think on Tuesday, the 21st, whatever day that is. I'm pretty sure that's Tuesday. She is turning 8. The next question comes from Peckerwood, and he asks, if you could choose 3 people to be your personal editors for free, who would they be? And this question is actually a really good question, and I had to put some thought into it because I have so many editors that I love right now. Probably Doom, Tyrant, and then Kazi. There's so many insane editors out there, and I'd be happy with lots of them, but those 3 are probably my favorites at the moment. The next question comes from Stuns, and he asks, what kind of dog would you get if beagles became extinct? And that was such a scary thought there as I read that question. Like, that is terrible, terrible. But probably a husky, because husky puppies are adorable. The next question comes from Vint, and he asks, Scarce likes penis? He does. The next question comes from Nitro Reverse, and he asks, what are your thoughts about Black Ops 3? I will actually be making a video about my thoughts on this sooner once more is revealed about multiplayer and stuff. I'm not too happy because I hate Treyarch games, but I'm gonna leave some hope. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be better than Advanced Warfare, because let's be honest, that's all that we want it to be. The next question comes from Odin. He asks, throwing knife or combat axe? And this will be 30 million times out of 10 throwing knife. I love Infinity Ward games, and I hate Treyarch games, especially Black Ops 2. The next question comes from Vesks, and he asks, do you tomahawk trickshot too? And I do not. Like, I am a terrible trickshotter, and there's a reason why I do not. And the last question comes from BSP Thanos, and he asks, fuck, marry, kill, Ice, Ninja, or Slade? Now, right off the bat, I've been leading xJMx with Slade for over a year now, and Iced is a little cutie, and Ninja's just way older than me, so that's kind of weird there. I don't know, it's not really weird, but I'd probably have to kill him just because of that fact right there. He's a great guy and I love him, but yeah, I'd kill him. I would fuck Iced and then hope that he would upload it to his personal channel so I'd get tons of subs and recognition off of it, and then I would marry Slade because we agree on pretty much every decision that happens in xJMx. So that concludes this Q&A. It did run a bit longer than I was expecting, but I had quite a lot of fun with it. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you did, comment what you thought, and if you want to see more Q&As soon. And thank you guys for watching again, and as always, jam out.